You're tuned in to Stay Wavy TV, where highlights hit harder, takes run deeper, and every sport gets its shine. Breaking it all down with your host, Jalen Reed and the crew. Sports Wavy.
Good, y'all. NBA executives are expecting the Dallas Mavericks to trade Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, D'Angelo Russell, and Daniel Gafford before the end of the season, and they will prioritize rebuilding the team around Cooper Flagg, who they drafted in the NBA draft at number 1. So the Mavericks, they've been off to an awful start, you know what I'm saying? And an NBA executive told Dallas Hoops Journal that he expects the Mavericks to trade all 4 of those guys I just mentioned. The Mavericks are expected to overhaul their roster after firing general manager Nico Harrison. Davis, Thompson, and Gafford can be traded at any point. Meanwhile, D'Lo can't be traded until December 15th. The new decision makers in Dallas, Michael Finley, Matt Riccardi, believe the best route to take moving forward is to trade Davis, Thompson, and a few other veterans to rebuild around Cooper Flagg, who is currently averaging 15.5 points per game, 6.3 rebounds, and 3.1 assists per game on the season. For a rookie, bro, those are great numbers, bro. Shout out to Cooper Flagg. He is living up to being a number 1 draft pick. Davis is making $54.1 million this season. Thompson is making $16.7. Gafford is making $14.4 million, and Russell is making $5.7 million. Davis has played in just 5 games this season. He is currently dealing with a left calf strain, and it's unknown when the 10-time All-Star will suit up again. Guys, let's be honest. Anthony Davis should consider retirement, okay? His body cannot hold up to playing in the NBA. Like, he cannot be a full-time NBA basketball player without getting injuries. I mean, this guy, ever since the Lakers won the bubble, I think that was back in, 2020? He can't stay healthy, bro. He cannot stay healthy, bro. Anthony Davis is guaranteed to get injured every single season, and I don't understand why. I don't know if it's because Anthony Davis isn't eating enough protein. Maybe he's not drinking enough milk. Maybe it's genetics. But, do you guys remember Anthony Davis on the New Orleans Pelicans, bro? When Anthony Davis was on the Pelicans, bro, he was a beast, bro. The man used to dunk on everybody. He was shooting threes. Like, at that point, I considered him the best center in the league at the time, right? But ever since he went to the Lakers, it's like that Lakers uniform just sucked the superpowers out of his body. I know he ended up winning a championship in the bubble, but let's be honest, guys. Like, the bubble championship, we don't really take that shit serious, bro. There was a lot going on that was around, the C-bit time. I don't want to say the C word on YouTube, but we don't really take that bubble championship serious, okay? So, I think Davis should seriously consider retirement, because if he keeps forcing his body to play basketball, like, Anthony Davis might end up having to use a cane or a wheelchair by the time he retires from the NBA. And I'm not wishing that upon him, but, I mean, your body can only take so much, bro. What's more important, playing basketball or being able to, walk around and live a normal life with the rest of your family, right? So Anthony Davis is a top 75 player of all time. I don't know how AD is in that top 75 and not Dwight Howard. I think that's blasphemy. I think Dwight Howard is I think he's had a much better NBA career than Anthony Davis, in my opinion. Davis is averaging 20 points per game, 10 assists, 2 assists. He's turning 33 in March, but he has the body of a 43-year-old. Isn't that crazy, y'all? Anthony Davis is only turning 33 next year in March, but he has the body of a 43-year-old. LeBron James, who's 40, turning 41 next month, he is more healthy and can stay healthy during the season more than Anthony Davis. Davis reported to training camp at 268 pounds. Jesus Christ. According to the roster the Mavericks released in September, that was 15 pounds heavier than what he was listed in the previous season with the Los Angeles Lakers. So, guys, what is it about the Dallas Mavericks organization that causes superstars in Dallas to gain so much weight? Is it the food? Like, Dallas must have some damn good barbecue food, bruh, because that's what they were complaining about with Luka Doncic. They were saying they traded Luka because Luka was drinking alcohol and Luka was gaining too much weight and not staying in shape. Now the same thing is happening with Anthony Davis. Thompson, who turns 36 in February, is averaging a career-low 9.4 points per game. That's another player that should consider retirement, bruh. The 5-time All-Star started the first 7 games being benched by the head coach, Jason Kidd. Gafford is averaging 10 points and 5 rebounds per game. He signed an extension with the Mavericks in the offseason, but Gafford is widely regarded as the most tradable Maverick. And I agree with that. Daniel Gafford is actually a pretty solid center. Shout out to Daniel Gafford. Russell, who played with Davis on the Lakers, is averaging 11.9 points per game, 4.9 assists. He signed with the Mavericks in the offseason, and he's already rubbed several teammates the wrong way with his approach in practice and lackadaisical effort on defense, sources said. It's not only that, bruh. It's not just the fact that D'Lo sucks at defense, but D'Angelo Russell has an extremely low basketball IQ, okay? How many times have we seen D'Angelo Russell dribble? He got teammates wide open, and he jacks up a three and doesn't even come close to making a shot. Like, D'Angelo Russell is not a bad player. He's bad because of his basketball IQ, okay? If he made smarter decisions on the court, if he was more of a pass-first point guard, and if he didn't try so hard to be the number one offensive option on the floor, I think he would actually be much better than what he is. Like, D'Lo has the potential to be an all-star in the NBA, but his mentality and him just being so desperate to prove that he can put the team on his back and hit game winners and make buzzer beaters, that's what's going to get D'Angelo Russell out of the NBA. Because, you know, you were on the Lakers, things didn't go well, right? They used you as a scapegoat. Now you're on a Dallas Mavericks team that's missing their starting point guard, Kyrie Irving, right? There's a chance that Kyrie Irving may not play the entire season, right? Even though it looks like he's already healed from his injury that he suffered last season. You know, now that it's to the point where your teammates are calling you out and you're rubbing your teammates the wrong way, at that point, D'Angelo Russell, you're becoming a liability for all 30 teams in the NBA, because nobody wants to sign a guy that doesn't play defense. You're not looking to get the ball to your teammates, right? You're not giving effort in practice. And at that point, bro, you become a distraction for any team in the NBA. So if D'Lo does end up getting traded or waived, I think there's a possibility that he ends up having to go play basketball in China, or maybe he has to go play for Ice Cube's Big 3 League, bro, because, you know, D'Lo is not a team player. Ever since he left the Brooklyn Nets to the Minnesota Timberwolves, he has not been playing like a team player. And D'Angelo Russell, bro, if you're listening to this video, gang, tighten up, bro. You better start playing better, man, because I'm telling you, if you get waived or if you get traded, I think this could very well be your last year in the NBA, okay? You might become like the next Patrick Beverly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might have to end up going to a whole different country just to play basketball, okay? So that's my thoughts on this. I think this is the best. Listen, I don't think the Mavericks should blow this team up until they see what it looks like when Kyrie comes back, right? Anthony Davis has missed the majority of the season. I think when Kyrie comes back, this team can compete in the playoffs, man. I think that the Mavericks are just being impatient. I see why they fired Nico Harrison, because Luka should have never been traded in the first place. But you never know, bro. When Kyrie comes back and Anthony Davis comes back, this team could look like a playoff team or a possible championship team. But I just think that they're not being patient. And honestly, I don't think that they believe that Anthony Davis can avoid being injured. I think they know whenever Anthony Davis comes back, it's only a matter of time before he gets injured again. So you can't really blame them for blowing the team up, but I think they should wait until at least next season. So let me know what you guys think about this. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, and let me know what you guys think about this topic in the comment section. I really appreciate y'all for watching. I'm out.
Stay Wavy signing out. Ride the tide, no doubt. From the rooftop glow to the neon cloud. You tapped in, so I gotta say love. Like, subscribe, keep the motion above. Until the next wave, we out. Peace.